Welcome to another episode of Shine Your Eye right here on GC Create TV. And I'm sure you all know that when it comes to GC Create TV, we are always here to give you vital information. But most especially in this program, Shine Your Eye, we are always here to give you that informative gossip. And today, like you know, the gossip not the sweet if we don't get partners. So I'm also here in the show with...
Yeah, my name is Olipedia, as you all know. I'm with my boss, yes.
So, on today's episode of Shine Your Eye, we'll be talking about some other things that are happening or that have happened. Because, you know now, there's nothing as good as waiting Yahweh tell David. He tell us, say, pursue, overtake, and recover all the old gist wey don happen. We will go pick am, we go overtake am,
we go
arrange am, and also overtake am too. So without wasting much time, before we go on to today's episode of the show, we would like to go on a short commercial break. As we'll be right back. Please don't go nowhere.
Sponsorship, advert placement. Please call or WhatsApp this number +234 811 731 0928.
And you should try to give me a big go. Hallelujah.
Welcome back to the show. It's still your program, Shine Your Eye, right here in GC Create TV. And I am not here alone. I'm also here in the house with
Olipedia.
So, without wasting much time, let us go into that informative gossip which we have for you for this week episode. So, there's a particular news that popped up in which I want us all to pay attention to, because if I say the matter, I don't understand them. Imagine it was being said that this man, actually, not even this man alone, this is majorly about relationship with hookups. You understand what I mean? There are some men that we think that they are having a honest girlfriends, to say they have this down-to-earth girlfriends. Yet, they are same loyal girlfriends who they are even thinking that they want to get married to. They are involving themselves in hookups, following another man out there. The same woman that one man is believing that she's going to be his own wife, she is now the one who is a side chick to another man, who is just doing every kind of nonsense with her. But yet, what do you think about that? Do you think people of nowadays are taking relationships so serious?
If I want to say anything about it, is that before we do anything in relationship, is we are trying to make each other love. I mean, we are trying to show each other love by dating each other. And if I'm not dating you and you are not, you got to get another boyfriend for back, love no did there with that. So we are talking about love here. So if you love your guy or you love your woman, you will never cheat on him. You will never do that. There's no love. It's just what I want to say is about it. There's no love in it. So
at a point, you are right, because I would say nowadays, people of nowadays, especially the youths, they don't appreciate what true love is. We just don't even know what true love even means at all.
They don't even know what is true love.
Because now we are in a world whereby people are now getting lazy. Let me use that word. Majority of the guys out there, they believe that they don't want to work, but they want to make fast money. That's why they venture into internet fraudsters. Some have even become ritualists, if I'm not mistaken. Also, as we're talking about the women as well too, women also have their own issues as well. These ladies out there, they are not ready to work. They're not ready to say they want to put in their efforts to get something for themselves. Instead, they say the best way to make money is to go for hookup. One night stand and not get 50K. If I see better clients, 100,000. But here's my question. You might do the hookup for a long time, but I've forgotten that in this life is just like a circle. If you are finally ready to want to settle down, imagine if one of your husband's friend happens to be one of those guys who have picked you up for your past life as a hookup harlot. How will you feel? Or is it that these girls don't think about the future or something? I don't understand.
And we are talking about the youth of nowadays. There's nothing like future, my brother. We are after today. We are after now. We are doing things as we see it because we do not know what future is. And there are some guys that used to say that they are doing this because they are cashing coups. I can just see that some is coups. All those hookup, I'm talking about hookup. There are some girls that are not doing it because of the money. They are not doing it because of the love. They are doing it because of the coups. You can't just tell me that one man take you out and do something like that, and the same thing, I do the same thing. I was like, what is special in it? You understand? But if I'm not doing it and you're doing it, you're not coming and start blah blah blah. But you know, girls now start doing, this man told you me, this man do this, buy this for me. It will be like,
it was like oppression.
Let me just say oppression. It's like I'm lacking. Let me just say it's just cool, sharp.
But if I will be honest with you, looking at the lifestyle of our foremothers and our forefathers back then, because there's something I do tell people, that this world was going fine until Satan got admission into the fashion world. Now, I remember those days, days of our grandfathers, our grandmothers. If they should ever for once call any woman a whore, it is an emblem of shame
to the family.
Anyone who is being called that kind of name, you will feel like hanging yourself of the level of shame that it's attached to it. But we're in a world whereby nowadays girls even see it as a good tag. Girls can't even go out wearing clothes that are immodest, that they won't make you know that yes, really they are out there to do hookups. But my question is this: why is it that they don't think about the future? Some women, except if we want to be lying to ourselves, we have a lot of girls who have actually gone for hookups, and at the end of the day, they ended up becoming victim of this ritualist. Abi?
50-50.
50-50 chance.
Hookup is 50-50.
So why are they going for a risky job 50-50 because of the high pay?
They are doing it because of the money. Because it's like 50-50. I like said before.
Life now dies.
They feel chop am, they feel no chop am. So all this one they don't the chop uncle. They spend the money go like that now.
So that being said, we will likely give this actually as an advice to our people out there. Please let us learn to understand the virtue of love. You can't say you will have a partner and yet you are not loyal. Remember, do what you want others to do unto you. Even the Bible itself says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. If you can love yourself that you don't want to hurt yourself or hurt your own feelings, why will you also be doing that against your own partner? You as a man, you don't want your partner to be cheating. You want your partner to be loyal to you. Yet you as the man, you are out there having external girlfriends aside from your wife or your so-called partner. To me, that is wickedness. Even you as a woman as well, you want your man to be loyal to you, yet you have some side boyfriends, some yahoo boys who take you out for flexing. They will buy you a plate of pepper soup and one bottle of drink and end up taking you to an hotel room, spank you, and you come out acting like nothing actually happened. Even though your partner is not there to see what you are doing, Yahuwah is seeing you. And like Yoruba people will say, you will think you are doing fine now, but when the repercussion will come, you will suffer it alone. Why do you think majority actually are battling with different kind of infections and even at large diseases? It is because of this same kind of lifestyle. Do you think hookup is truly a cruise? You sleep with this one, you sleep with that one, you sleep with that one. You don't even know what disease those people actually are carrying. And remember, every kind of disease actually don't let anyone deceive you. Every disease is communicable. You can get it through anything. It was before that they will say HIV. You know, when the person use the same razor blade, now you go cash on. Says who?
Na lie.
Remember that this our skin as human, there's something we call sweat spore. That's this dust you are seeing in our body actually here. It can also absorb anything that comes upon it. So what make you think, while you think because of you are doing hookup, and the guy that you went to go and hook up with was using condom, that you cannot get infected, if the guy should sweat and the sweat touches you, you are done for. You are already been infected already. So why are you living a kind of lifestyle that will not even pay you in the future? So that's all for that. Let's move to the next point. Now, also as well, there's this particular wahala that's out in town now. That is the loan shark wahala. What I mean by loan shark wahala, we have all these kind of different online loans. You will borrow somebody 5,000. You will ask you to pay 10,000 naira back. Why? They are even go as far as some even online loans say we won't be threatening you. They will tell you that if you don't pay the money the next 1 hour, the next 2 hours, this and that, and blah blah blah. But here's my question. At least we've been hearing about other countries like US that give students loans. In short, out of everybody in the US, I can boldly say that 98, if possible, 99.7% of those who are in the US are owing the government due to some loans. But they are never being defamed. Why is it that Nigerian online loan sharks, they will borrow you 5,000, collect 12,000, some will collect 15,000? And yet they will say if you don't pay their money now, we'll put your picture online, we'll say that you are a fraudster, we'll say that you have died, you are a madman. Akilode, what happened? What is it about that kind of situation?
When you want to say it now, you say US, right?
Yeah.
US is not Nigeria now. We are talking about Nigeria now. Everybody knows that if you are old enough, more than 18, you are supposed to go out to look for money. So for you to have mind to go and collect loan, you have the mind to go and pay like ×2 of the money. So that is Nigeria for you. Nigeria is all about business. Just business. Just for me to, there's no brother in jungle. I've had to say it.
No party for jungle.
No party for jungle. So that is Nigeria for you. The person that wants to borrow you money to him too want to use the money. So for him to give you the money, you have to wait till when you return it.
But at the same time, I think what about this online loan is that it's not maybe to borrow someone actually is not the problem. But I think their interest is too much, because you cannot borrow me 5,000 naira now and expect me to pay back 10,000 naira in the next 7 days.
5,000 interest.
That's as if I'm paying back 100% interest. It's too much. At least at maximum, I expected that any loan you take, the maximum interest on every loan should be at least 12 to 15%. But you take going as far as 115% is, to me, is too much. And you cannot expect people who are still struggling to survive to pay such kind of money. It's as if you are intentionally putting them into depression. Because as time comes now, not everybody gets strong mind.
Not everybody.
If you borrow this person money now, the person start getting afraid that they said they will post my picture, they will send it to my contact, this and that. The person might end up becoming so depressed and think the best option now, since I can't pay that loan, is to go and jump into the river and die.
Murder.
Now the person actually have committed suicide, but with this online loan, say that they are the one who caused it. No. So that's what I've seen about this so-called online loan as well. Okay, so that being said, let's go into another amebo that we hear. Now, in the course of the week, one thing I observe is this, except if you want to lie. All these so-called hookup girls, after they have lived their wicked and their whorish lifestyle, to now be saying that God give me a righteous husband. How is it possible? You will be saying, now you wicked pass you. In short, out of a whole state, you have slept with almost all the men in the state. You are not calling for husband. You are not saying that God should send you a righteous man. Though the God they call actually on is Bali, not Yahuwah. So how will they live some kind of wicked lifestyle? Because truth be told, this is actually intentional. So people say that it's not it's not what they wished for. Truth be told, it's not what they wished for. But remember, even the Bible itself says that I put before you life and death, blessing and cursing. That you choose one, right? Even though life might be hard for you, we always have options. Will you do this and face the consequence, or you don't do it? So why some people say that they chose to hook up because of their situation? To me, it's an excuse. What do you think about that?
For those who choose hookup as their best
way of income
now, what I can see is that nobody can judge tomorrow. Nobody can see tomorrow. You understand?
Sure.
Some can just do it and meet someone that it will stop. I mean, you can be with one guy a night and the guy can just tell him that, okay, this hookup that you are doing, okay, I just want you to quit. Okay, this is what I need, this is what I need. And there are so many guys that are not doing hookup. Sorry. They are not doing hookup because of having sex. Some are doing hookup because they are alone. And some are doing it because they just want people to be around them.
But is hookup now the main thing that they are meant to be doing? Because to me, hookup is a thing of shame, to be honest. Because I see it as only shameful women. We give up themselves so cheap. In the days of our forefathers, if you want to get married, any woman who is married to, and she's not been met as a virgin, is a shame to that family. But when a world whereby now it doesn't matter anymore.
That one doesn't matter anymore.
Because civilization have ruined this world. So truth be told, to me, I don't think I will. At a point, I will not buy that idea. If truly you want people around you, it's not by going for hookup. You can as well try to find places. If you want to find people around you, why can't you just take yourself out? Maybe you go to an eatery. Just spend one, at least, even though that one meat pie, if you buy one meat pie, sit down there around people around you, Abi.
And now,
or even if you don't even have money with you, try your best. Enter any supermarket. All you can do is to walk around. That's if you want to buy something. And last, as you survey the whole place, if you look for what they do not have there, then you now ask them, don't you have this? They tell her, sorry, you don't have. Oh, sorry, that's what I actually want to get. They can walk away. That's if you need someone around you. So to me, I don't see that as an excuse why they should be doing hookups. Because hookup actually entails you just going to meet random people for sex. Because people don't even appreciate life anymore. So how will you, who have slept with almost all the old men, now be crying for a righteous husband? Is it possible?
Can be possible.
Even the Bible says in the book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse 23, it says that a wicked woman is a portion to a wicked man. You cannot be a woman that has slept with the whole world and you expect a righteous man as a husband. Not lie. He will give you what suits you. It's true. The Bible already said it already. So we need to deceive ourselves. So that means let's move further. Now, talking about security matters in Nigeria. People there's a particular scenario I saw online where this person rented an apartment. And for that apartment, this person ended up breaking the ground to break the tiles and renovate the tiles to his own taste. But to his surprise, when he broke the tiles of the ground, what he saw underneath was charm. He saw a fetish charm buried under the tiles.
Sponsorship, advert placement. Please call or WhatsApp this number +234 811 731 0928.
So, welcome back from that short commercial break. It's still your program, Shine Your Eye, and I'm your same humble host, DGN Yasharala. And I'm also in the house with
Willie Piggy.
So, before we went on that commercial break, we are talking about security, or should I use the word spiritual security in Nigeria to get an apartment. Now, look at that scenario of that person who rented an apartment, but he has to be wise to say he wants to break the ground, break the tiles to renovate it to his own taste. Then he observed that after he broke the tiles, that he saw charm, voodoo charm, buried under the tiles. Now, here's my question. Not everyone can be financially buoyant as this man. Does that mean that if everybody wants to rent an apartment now, that they also need to start breaking the tiles for renovation? What's your idea about that?
My idea is that before we get an apartment, all of us know that first thing we need is prayer. We need to pray before we get an apartment, and look at your landlord very well. Look the way he behaves. Go before you even give him half payment, or before you even make a payment, go and ask from the neighbors, his friends, and people around him, who is he? Know who is he. Maybe he's someone that you can live with, or he's someone you can collect the apartment from him. Because the guy that broke the ties, is God that saved him. If he did not do that, he's going to be sleeping there with all those charm, and it will bring back his blessing, and everything not going to be going well.
But with what you just said now, I'll look at some words, Yoruba words. Like Yoruba people will say,
Yes.
Some people actually might have one of the best character, but they might be as wicked as a viper. So I'll say at some point, it is not by the physical appearance of your so-called landlord that matters. It's about how you yourself, you are humble enough to make research about where you want to rent. And also as well, all things, forget about we being on the media right now. Let's be honest with ourselves, everything in life requires prayers. Because truth be told, if everyone actually are trying to escape from things like this, that I don't want to rent an apartment, do you truly have the money to even buy land or even build a house of your own? That's the question that you should be asking ourselves. Not everyone actually have the fund to build a house of their own. That is why they are renting apartments from people who were chanced to build a house ahead of them. But at the same time as well, with what you just said, truth be told, let us see how we can endeavor to pray on everything we are doing. Don't go by facial expression and people's physical look. The most dangerous person on earth, who is a suicide bomber, he can choose to be clean-shaved and be wearing nice suit. Am I right or wrong?
No, you're right.
So that's the way it is. It's not by the appearance. It's by you trying to prove all things and also see how you yourself, you make inquiries. Like you said earlier, ask people in that community about that place you want to go and rent. What are the history behind that house? At least those who are living in that area, there are some that you will meet that have been in that area for more than 10 years.
Sure.
So they'll be able to tell you about the incidents that happen in that particular compound. Some people, they might be the one that maybe they are death casualty. To some, it might be the casualty of saying, if for that house, you know, go rent house for that place, so and so we call rent house for that compound. The guy come with 3 cars. When you go park come out, the guy doesn't let in car finish. In short, the whole house rent before you come out for that house. Things like that. So I say that, truth be told, it's good to ask questions when you want to rent an apartment. And also, in all things, stay prayed up. Learn how to pray on everything you're doing. So that being said, let's move to the next one. There's a particular news I saw online that really gingered me. Let me use that word. And that is the major reason why I'm trying to talk about this today. Mrs. Yemisi Ironloye, who they know as the Queen of Cassava, it was recorded that she is making over 56 billion naira each year from what? From cassava. What can you say about this?
What I can say about it is that for she to be doing that, she knows that she's going to see more profit on farming. And let's not lie to ourselves. We know that farming too has a lot of profit. Am I wrong?
You are 2,000,000% right. Now, I personally threw that question to him before I popped up on this. Now, talking about Mrs. Ironloye, who they call the queen of cassava, except if we want to lie. That is where we say that we don't know some things. For example, truth be told, where did they get flour from? Cassava. From where did they get gari from?
Cassava.
Cassava. What about wheat? What about semo? Cassava mixed with corn. Where did they get lafu from? Cassava.
Cassava.
Buburunko? Cassava. Tabiokanko? Cassava. To tell you that cassava on its own, it can give you varieties of food. In the same way, crude oil will give you petrol. From the same crude oil, you will get diesel. From the same crude oil, you will get kerosene. From the same crude oil, they will make gas, cooking gas. So to tell you that truly, I can say that this so-called woman actually, she have discovered the wealth behind agriculture. So to you, with the wisdom that this woman actually played to make her such huge amount of money, because to be honest, if one woman can be making 56 billion naira in 1 year only on cassava, imagine if we have other people who also venture into farming as well. Let me get your view. What do you think about agriculture majorly as a business?
Agriculture is good enough as a business because as that woman now, she don't shine her eyes, she don't shine her eyes well. Now it will they talk that if person don't know what next, it was about this farming of a thing. It's God that let us to how will I say it, to borrow me this English now.
It's Yahuwah that make the increase
of the farm
profit. That's
right?
harvest.
So it's not, there's not any stress in it. I didn't see any stress in farming. If we in Nigeria can go back to farm, you will see a lot of gain and even more money, more. There will not be lacking of food. But Nigeria, we are not doing farming anymore.
So that means, in another word, you are trying to say that you are fully supporting that we should venture into agriculture.
Sure.
Good. Now, with what you just said, now let me back him up on that same point. Talking about agriculture in Nigeria, should I say that majority actually are giving excuses, saying that the terrorists, those bandits, they are killing farmers, this and that. Fulanis are killing farmers. But here's my question. Is it only those farmers that we have? Why can't other people also venture into farming as well? Look at the case of our forefathers. During the time of Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov, even down to the time of Noah, to the time of Moses, you will observe that there's nothing like Range Rover and cars then, but they are always seen as wealthy men. Where did they get their wealth from? It's from agriculture. They plant seed, they get harvest, and in that time, there's nothing like maybe you want to say this and that. So most of the time, their own business trade is what we call trade by barter. You are planting watermelon, I am planting orange. I can exchange orange with you for watermelon. It's all about knowing the worth. You can't tell me now that I'll give you one orange to collect one watermelon. Watermelon is way bigger than orange. So there will be a particular measure for the trade. Right. But now we're in a world whereby people are going to lazy to even go into agriculture. People say that, agriculture is too stressful. I will bend down, my back will pain me. How won't your back pain you? When in the morning, you will take soda water. In the afternoon, you will take soft drink. In the night, it's you the same person that will take shawarma. How won't you have back pain? And most times I tell people, the reason why they're having this back pain is because they don't exercise their back. But when you go into farming and you are farming, there's no how. You'll be doing this regular movement. As you are, for example now, look at those who are into cassava now. When you're trying to make the heap for cassava, you are going to bend down. If you move to the next one, you will still stand to stretch your back, then go back into position. That hasn't helped you. Not like those who are doing their 9 to 6 hours, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Work time. Most of those are working in the bank. That they will be on the seat since morning till night. That can't even help. So to me, I think we need to look into venturing into agriculture, because truth be told, we are in that point in this world now that things are getting worse. And very soon, if United States of America can have food shortage now, what make you think Nigeria also can go short of food? When we have less farmers and want to feed billions of people, how can the food go around? But if we can have people who can venture into agriculture, definitely more food will be planted, enough food will be harvested, food will go around. Then we will have shortage of food. Remember, Nigeria is a tropical country where we have good sea, we have good land. Just that majority don't really understand more about planting. Talking about agriculture, it will be on a particular different segment to talk about that. So people don't know that they need to understand the land itself before they plant. Something to go into agriculture means you can just go to your backyard in that small portion and plant something there. To me, that's just an household thing. Why don't you go as far as go and purchase, if it's a plot of land, if it's 2 plots of land, purchase those land in a very different and a new environment where their soil is still virgin. Plant your crops, let it come in full harvest. Then make your sales and tell me if you make the money back. Many people will keep saying that I don't have money and this and that. Let me give you a mathematics, for example, in agriculture. Imagine you buy a land at somewhere like Shimawa. You buy like a plot of land for like 900,000, 800,000. Am I making sense? You bought a land of 900,000. Okay, fine. Based on how everything be, you close your eye, you do foundation. So you do fence so that you can mark your land, so they won't steal out of your piece of land, right? Anyhow, no matter how you're making plants, you always make a storehouse on your farm where you can keep your things, your tools, and if possible, even to spend the night. If you are late at the farm, you can pass the night there. So you can just make a small store there. Imagine you have a whole plot of land and you have different segments of plants in it. What makes you think that you cannot even make more harvest? Now, there's a video I watched earlier of one of our elders in Israel, who actually is not even a Nigerian, though his origin was from here, but he lives in the States. When I saw the harvest of cucumber that he had, I marveled. Why? So it's because he was smart enough to understand that yes, farming is the best and the next option for us right now.
How's everybody doing? My name's John Tatum, and for those that don't know, we have a new music CD coming out. The name of that project is called The Music Book. It's coming out November the 19th. I'm working with one of the legendary producers that have been in the music industry for over 50 years. His name is Jerry Cummings, and he's from the group Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, and he is producing this project. So we would like for you to go over to johntatum.net and pre-order you a copy today. I want to thank you in advance and thank you for all of your support. Thanks again. Shalom.
What a Savior. What a Savior.
sponsorship, advert placement, please call or WhatsApp this number +234 811 731 0928.
So, if someone who is not even in Nigeria can understand the power of agriculture, how much more those of us who are even living right here not to understand the power of agriculture? Because people will be saying agriculture is a dirty job. How will I just start hard? I will not take hoe and cutlass. I will say I'm doing farming. Now here's my question. You say you don't want to look tattered, right? But my question is this. All those beans, those yams that they are buying from the market, the same gari, including palm oil that they are eating, where did they get it from? The same people that they don't want to look like, that they say they are dirty, they are the ones who are making the farming of those food to plant them, and they are making them to eat it. So why can't we embrace agriculture in Nigeria? Instead of wasting our time saying that we're going for a white-collar job and other things. To be honest, don't get it twisted. The time will still come when we will come back here on GC Create TV to inform you that now we are having GC farms. Very soon, Yahuwah's will. Very soon, Yahuwah's will. We also, because it's true. Like the rapper will say, yes, we cannot come here on the show to encourage you to go into farming if we don't make the move to set ourselves as a good example. So don't get twisted. Very soon, Yahuwah's will, we will also work hard on making sure that yes, we show and make that first move, as we'll be launching GC Farms very soon. So that being said, we're making it a wrap up for today's episode of Shine Your Eye right here on GC Create TV. I am sure you actually learned one or two things actually from this program, from today's gossip, because like you all know, our gossip is not only just here to waste our time, but we are here to give our own view about the news and everything we are hearing out there, so that we can be able to digress and digest it, to pick the meat away from the bone which they are giving to us out there. So that being said, I remain your humble host, DJ Nyasharala, and also
Willie PJ, as you all know. I'm with my boss here.
So
I just want to say that you guys just shine your eyes. You do not let someone to just be. You understand now? You know Borolawa now. Hello.
Yeah. Now, what it's trying to say is this. There's this particular word I know I picked from Kegaite whenever they are gyrating. The Kegaite will say, "Taban sokun kamarero." Though things actually are going very ugly, but let us learn how to shine our eye, to read between the lines. So that's just it. So on that note, we'll be saying peace out to you all. And also, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. Click the subscribe button, and after you subscribe, you will see a bell button by the side. Click the bell button, because with the bell button, you'll be getting notification on every content of our programs that we are uploading on our internet space. Also as well, if you like to also pass out your own ideas, pass out your own news as well. If you want us to hear the situation of your economy, of your community, because Nigeria on its own is an economy. If you have some news in your community that you want us to talk about right here on GC Shine Your Eye, please see how you can message this number right here on your screen. The number you're seeing on the screen right now is a number that you can text on WhatsApp, or if possible, send a text message to this number and pass out your information to us through that number. We will get to pick your news, pick your information, we will dissect it, and very soon we'll bring it right here on the show to talk about it. Remember, na person wey hear na dey sabi matter, which English people will say whoever is informed will not be deformed. That being said, we say peace out and bye for now.